All right.
It says live on Facebook.
Yes, it does.
Okay, it says it's live. We're live.
So
Go
we're,
ahead, Bobby. Go ahead,
all
Bobby.
right. All right, I'd like to call the meeting of the September meeting of the Little Miami School Board to order. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Grice,
Here.
Mr. Siebert,
Here.
Mr. Hamlin,
Here.
Mr. Nemish,
Here.
Ms. Horvath.
Here.
Thank you.
I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
I'll move.
Second.
Diane and Wayne. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath.
Yes.
Thank you.
I need a motion to accept the reading of the minutes for August.
I'll move.
I'll second.
Diane, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice.
Yes.
Thank you.
And now it's the treasurer's reports and financial reports.
Under item C, number 1, I ask for the board's approval of the monthly financial reports, which includes a bank reconciliation, individual fund statements, 2 budgetary reports, and also a general fund revenue report.
Need a motion.
So moved.
Wayne,
I'll second.
Tony, discussion.
They are for the month ending August, of course, 2020.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert.
Yes.
Thank you. Under item 2, I ask for the board's approval of the contracts as listed.
I'll
Need
move.
a motion. Tony,
I'll second.
Martin, any discussion?
As you can see, we do have various contracts listed on here. We have with the Hampton County ESC. We have one with Briggs Creative Services, one with Joyce Lawson, several with the Children's Home of Cincinnati, also with St. Rita School for the Deaf, Complete Care Providers, and Leslie Ely, who's an RN, and also the Warren County Sheriff's Department.
I need a roll call, please.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin.
Yes.
Thank you. Next, under item 3, I ask for the board's approval of the permanent appropriations for the current fiscal year 21.
Need a motion, please.
I'll move.
Diane,
I'll second.
Tony, discussion.
Yeah, these appropriations, like I said, are for the current fiscal year. By law, we have to adopt these before October 1st, so it's standardly done during the month of September. These are appropriations. They do say permanent, but however, we can amend them throughout the year if we see a reduction or an increase in revenue or expenditures. We can make amendments to them.
Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish.
Yes.
Thank you. Next, under item 4, it's an amendment to the actually just the estimated resources for 2 funds.
I need a motion to accept, please.
I'll move.
Tony,
I'll second.
Martin, any discussion on this?
Yes, these are increasing resources, estimated resources. Two different federal grants, the ESSER, which is part of the CARES relief funds, and then the CRF, which is also the coronavirus relief fund. We're getting additional grant money for this coming school year.
That's good to know.
Mhm.
Any comments?
Terry,
Roll
we could, I'm sorry, I was gonna say, Terry, we could use those funds for safety items and things in our school buildings from the time we open, or does it go back and help us recover some of those costs from things we've done in the past, or is this moving forward?
This is moving forward. We did get some money this prior year that went clear back to March. And these are going forward. The broadband connectivity, I believe you can go back till March. The ESSER, which is part of the CARES Act also, that was going for this year forward.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath.
Yes.
Thank you. Next, under item 5, I ask for the board's approval of resolution 20017 for issuance of bond anticipation notes of not to exceed $3 million.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Wayne,
I'll second.
Diane, discussion.
Yes, this is part of the bond anticipation notes that were originally $5 million. That was part of the $64.6 million for the construction that's going on. We put in bond anticipation notes. We use notes to control the millage level a little better so we can pay them off a little quicker than normal. We initially had $5 million, paid off $1 million last year, and we'll pay off at least $1 million again this year, if not a little bit more, and hopefully get those paid off the next year or so.
That's good to hear. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice.
Yes.
Thank you. And last, on number 6, I ask for the board's approval of the donations as listed.
I'll move.
Tony,
I'll second.
Martin, discussion.
Yes, we got 2 different donations. One was a cash donation from the Mainville staff to the music program in honor of Gary Coates, who recently passed away, is the husband of our human resource director, Pam Coates. So that was very, very nice of Mainville staff. And then also the Salem Elementary PTO gave a extremely nice donation of $20,000 towards playground equipment for the new Salem building. So extremely appreciated.
Oh,
I'd
That's-
also just mention that Gary was a longtime Little Miami teacher and retired
Absolutely.
as a music teacher from Little Miami after, I think, a little over 30 years of service.
oh, wow.
Yeah, I think all my kids had him. All right, I need a roll call, please.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you.
All right, now we're ready for superintendent's reports and recommendations.
Okay, good evening. I've asked the board's approval for all personnel items listed under number 1 under my part of the agenda.
Need a motion, please?
I'll move.
So moved.
Who was the first? I heard Wayne as second. Who was first?
I was, if Wayne was second, I was first.
All right, Tony and Wayne. Any discussion on this? Roll call, please.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin.
Yes.
Thank you. To ask the board's approval for the number 2, the personnel item listed under number 2 there.
I need a motion, please.
I'll move.
I need a second.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin.
Abstain.
Thank you. Mr. Nemish.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then item number 3 is just informational there. Those are first reading for policy updates and changes, which will be on the agenda next month for board approval. And that's all I have.
Right, thank you. I have a Warren County Career Center report. Our HR Director, Jennifer Bailey, reported on the improvements and new initiatives in her department, including managing contracts online, revising the teacher mentor program, and working on revising job descriptions. The board approved new funds from multiple grant sources. We received a rural grant, a broadband Ohio connectivity grant. We received coronavirus grants like we did here at Little Miami. We got a childhood high school grant from High Schools at Work and a Perkins grant. The board approved agreements and memorandums of understanding with quite a few people. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. The board approved resolution 110920, requesting approval of CME pipelining to excavate, reline, and install sewer pipe because we have an urgent need for a sewer line that works. We accepted many donations for four X-ray gowns, PPE from Four Paws Animals, lots of things from the fire department at Clear Creek. We received helmets, suspenders, coats, pants, and 18 pairs of boots. And for kids that are in that field, those are very expensive for them to buy. So this was a great thing. Our OSB legislative liaison, Charles Anderson, reported on current legislation. And I reported on Grace Camp, class of 2019. She was in health science. She's now attending Wright State and majoring in psychology with a pre-health focus. So this goes to show that you can attend the Career Center and still go to college. And Project Search students are adjusting to a new internship site at Warren County Government Campus. And then the Superintendent Rick Smith reported on enrollment data and report card data. And that's all I have. Next board meeting is, when is that? Mr. Smith?
Tuesday, October the 27th.
October 27th. Any other? All right, I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Wayne,
I'll second.
Diane, all in favor?
Aye.
Or roll?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carried. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.